Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys, it's Monday morning. I hope you all had a great weekend. I was moving someone and the mother-in-law at the weekend, so I was kind of still working. Cutting in carpets and hanging sort of TVs and bits and pieces. So yeah, that was me. But I hope you had a great weekend, guys. It is Monday morning and it is new project pickup day. So I'm going to go ahead, go out, grab the car, come back. We'll have a walk around it. An interesting one, this one, because this particular car is going to help another car. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So you'll kind of get what I'm talking about once we get into it, pick it up, bring it back and have a walk around. But yeah, it's I didn't particularly go for the car because of that reason. I went for the car because it went for the right price, and it's not something I've done before. I've not done one of these before when it comes to salvage, and when it comes to, for me, it's completely new for me, yeah. So it should be a good one. But it is freezing today. I've got the old heater going in the corner, burner. So yeah, that's kicking some heat around, taking the chill off. We've still got obviously the Polo to do. GTI, that ballast for that headlight, the ballast apparently has turned up. I missed it. I got a card from Royal Mail. I need to go and collect it. Hopefully that's the ballast. So that should be done tomorrow, and then we can put it through an MOT, hopefully maybe tomorrow, don't know yet, if not Wednesday. But definitely this car, Polo GTI, is being finished this week and up for sale. So yeah. Plus I'm still looking, I've got other cars I'm looking at this week as well, guys, as always. But yeah, for now, let's go and pick up the one I did win and bring it back, have a walk around, and we'll see what it's like and what the damage is and what we need to do. So yeah, but before we do, guys, just a mass thanks to everyone, support, all the comments, all the thumbs up, really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and you'll be notified for any uploads that I do. I normally do my uploads Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. That's when I normally do them. And I'll try and get the odd one in between those kind of uploads. So if I get one in Tuesday or Thursday, I will. But yeah, that's enough waffling. Let's crack on. Let's go and get this car, bring it back, walk around, and let's see what we've got. Let's do this. Right, guys, I am back from picking up the new project. Let's get inside. I'll show you what we've got. Nice sunny day today. Sun's out and everything. So, yeah, it's turning out quite warm. But let's have a quick look. Actually, let's leave the door open. Let's get a bit of air in there, a bit more light. So let's show you what I picked up today. New project. Yep. Ford Focus. (2013) plate Ford Focus. Had a front end collision. You can see that it's had a front end damage. No other damage around it apart from the front. I've looked, and it's in really, really good. The bodywork is in really, really good condition. So yeah, it's going to be a nice one, this one. It's a really nice colour. I've done another one of these colours, but in a Fiesta. It's called Dark Mica Stone. I think it's called Dark Mica Stone. Yeah, something like that. But it's a really nice colour. Yeah, I've done one of these before. So there you go. That's the new project. We have got some issues apart from the front end damage on this car. I'll get into that in a bit. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like, see all this like sort of water drips and all that sort of stuff all over the windscreen. Yeah, well, that's actually on the inside of the windscreen. So yeah, when I was looking at this on the auction, they showed you some pictures, and then when I started digging into it, I kind of realised what it was and what's the issue and how we're going to sort it out. But again, it's just, yeah, it's just part and parcel of these salvage cars. You don't just do the repairs to the accident damage. You have to kind of do the repairs to the car all over that needs it, basically, to get it sold and to move it on. So yeah, that's another issue we've got to sort out. But there we go. Yeah, nice little 5-door Focus. I'll give you a quick on the back. I don't know if you can see that there, but that is, yeah, that is dripping from underneath the back bumper on both sides. It is dripping both sides. You can see it, and basically there's two like bungs that go up underneath, and there's a compartment here behind the bumper with two vents each side, and basically what happens is the water runs from the roof all the way down behind the light, down there, and then on top of the vents it goes inside the car, and then we've got, I'll show you the boot. We've got water going down on this wheel arch, not wheel arch, the spare wheel compartment. So yeah, this is one of the issues we've got to sort out, guys, is getting this bumper off. It's got like a reversing sensors on the back. I think they're original. They could be aftermarket, I don't know, but they're working fine. But yeah, these are the headlights. And they're proper smashed up, so you know there's no way we're going to be using those headlights. Might be able to use the bulbs if they're okay. I always keep bulbs, so I'll pull them out, keep them to one side. But yeah, these are definitely not doable, guys. We can't use these, so they'll be thrown. Yeah, so, but let me show you the worst part of it. Basically, it's mould, basically, that's what it is. And you can see that it's all over there. It's all over there. It's not on the liner, which is good, on the roof liner. It's not on that. It's on the back of the seats. You can see it there and there, back of the seats. It's obviously over this child's booster seat, but we'll be throwing that anyway. We don't want that. But let's get into the back. So what I'm hoping is that the water hasn't travelled all the way along and underneath the carpet and get to the front passenger carpet. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's just going to be from the back, and these carpets are going to be dry. I'm definitely going to pull the seats out and pull this carpet up, find out if there's anything underneath, and dry this car out completely, wash everything. And yeah, you can see that on the back of the seats there. It's just everywhere. Yeah, there we go. Not so much on this seat. That don't seem too bad. This bit here, we've got some here as well. On the back seats, on the front seat. The passenger seat is probably the worst. So I'll show you that. So yeah, absolute minging. But once done, once cleaned, once sorted, it should be a nice car for someone. Nice little family car. Yeah, it should be good. But yeah, I've actually sort of found that it's got sat nav and everything on this car. So yeah, it's got some nice little features on this one. Just a little bit bloody minging. Let's go around to the driver's side. This one ain't too bad. The seat ain't that bad on that. But obviously the headrest there, on the steering wheel as well. So I'll have the steering wheel. So yeah, this definitely needs a good sorting out. So that's that. Got the locking wheel key there. So that's good. Yep, that's the right one as well. So that's good. That's one good thing. This is a runner as well, so this is a run and drive. Now, there is the reason why I said earlier was because this is going to help us out on another car. Is because of this fact here, and I'll show you it right now. Exactly the same engine as the blue Fiesta. So yeah. Exactly the same. So if it comes to it, we can actually, you know, get some parts off of this car. Get some parts off this car to try and fix the blue one out there. I'll put them side by side, and I'll just swap parts and swap bits and pieces. Hope, you know, just to rule it out. That's all I want to do, is just to rule out stuff. So it saved buying parts and swapping them over. I've got the parts off this car, which clearly works and runs. Yeah, and I'll just keep swapping parts over. I did have a few people messaging me about that blue one, and one of them was quite interesting because they said, have I checked the cam? And basically the lobes on the cam, on that blue one, they twist and move and that sort of stuff on these engines. So I didn't go down the route of swapping that, but I did go down the route of checking it as in pictures and stuff like that. But you just never know with pictures. It's kind of questioning. I'm questioning myself now whether or not I should be changing it over. Quite a big job to swap over this one to the Fiesta, and it's just time, really. That's all it's going to be. It's time for me. So I'm not sure at the minute on that one, guys. I will let you know, but at least we've got a donor car, basically. You know, whilst we're doing this car, we've got a donor car that we can get parts off of to get the blue one fixed. That was my theory as well. It wasn't my intention when I bought this car. That wasn't the intention. It just it's just so happened that it's come up at the right time, the right price, and it's obviously got the same engine. So yeah, there we go. That's that. What else? We've got some paperwork with this car as well, and I'll quickly show you it. So this all come with the car. Obviously sat nav, SD cover, booklet, come with the booklet. It come with the original Sal on this car, and this was bought on the 7th of the 3rd, 2020, and he paid £4,789 or £4,889, sorry, with a £100 deposit. So that's what he's paid for the car. Also, service history. So got some service history stamps here, right back here, right up to 87,700. That date I think is wrong, because it's up here, it's got 11th for the 2nd 2019, and it jumps to there 23rd of the 8th 2019. Well, I think that's wrong, because the sale date doesn't match the see, this company here is the same company that he bought it from. So I'm assuming that when they sold it to him, they done a service on it, bits and pieces. So yeah, that's my theory anyway. So that's that. What else? We've also got a bit of an issue with the screen. Obviously, you know, the car's running and all that, and you know, that one screen's working fine. This one, as you can see, the LCD is gone, nothing there. So yeah, you know, that ain't particularly great, really. So I don't know the mileage of this car, and checking the MOT history on this car, I think it's going to be something like 90, between 90 and 100,000. But it, you know, has got more or less a full service history, and it's a diesel, so you know it should go on for quite a long time. Not like the blue one. But anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of another issue with the LCD screen. I do have a guy that does these screens, and he just replaces the actual LCD part. So what I'm thinking is just whip this out, and go and see him and see if he can just change this over for me. So just take it apart, change it over, and then yeah, it'll be a working screen again, and we can find out exactly yeah, what is going on and what the mileage is in this car. But yeah, what do you think so far, guys? Don't forget to drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the new project. Once it's all done and cleaned up, it's going to be decent. It's going to be smart. Just this needs, you know, some of that Resurrect magic on it. But you know, it's a nice family car, 5-door diesel, and I think the road tax per year is £20. £20 a year to road tax this car. So yeah, really good. But yeah, I'm not done one of these Focuses before, so I'm quite interested to do this kind of car. I've done a little bit later one before, so I'll have to look at the damage behind. I reckon it's only a category N, so it's non-structural, category N. Definitely the crash bar has been hit. You can see that there is a crash bar, and that should be straight, and it's over there, so it should be straight. So we've definitely got some damage behind that. Obviously, this, you know, the slam panel, the whole, you know, the headlight. It's like a panel that goes across the front one piece on these Focuses. That obviously needs to replace. I've got to change the headlights. I've already sourced the bonnet. Just need to find a bumper if I can, preferably in colour. But colour is so hard to find. Yeah, it's so hard to find. We've got some sensors on this bumper here, but I think they're aftermarket sensors. I don't think they're original Ford ones. I'm not sure. We'll have to get into that, find out if they're any good. You know, can we use them, reuse them, whatever. But that's going to be another video, definitely. So yeah, there we go. Right, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to whip that cluster out, take it down to the guy I know. Let's see if he can get us a screen in. Let's see if we can see the mileage, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, don't forget to drop me a comment, guys. I haven't quite finished from today's video, but don't forget to drop me a comment and let me know what you think about this new project. It is just a basic Ford Fiesta Z-Tech, don't get me wrong, but once I've done, you know, cleaned it all up and that, it's going to be a nice one. And we need to get this bumper completely off back. Get to these water leaks. You can see the water's just dripping. This must be full up. And they're very, very prone for this, these Focuses. Very, very prone for it. So yeah, the water just run. You can see it running down there. Behind the light, behind the bumper, into the vents. It looks like it's done it both sides, to be honest with you, because I've got a pool of water down here as well. Well, I've tried to pull the bung out, but this one's the worst. So yeah, definitely an issue. So there we go, guys. Right, let me get this cluster out, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, guys, I am back from, seeing the guy that I know does the clusters and stuff, and you can see I took it out. There's only two bolts. These 2 bolts at the bottom was just holding it in. Took it down there, and he basically stripped it apart. And yeah, it's probably something I could have done, to be honest with you. I could have done this easy. But this is the culprit, and yeah, it sits like this. it clicks into there, the rib with that ribbon, and then it folds down and then screws into place like that. And that's basically all it is. And this is what this part has failed. Now, it has got a part number on there. You can see that there. And it also says made in China. I've gone on to old eBay, and just to see what, if anything, I can get hold of these screens. And no chance. You can get hold of them if you want to wait. They'll send them from China. But that's it. There's no other place for these screens. So basically what the guy told me and said to me was, he said, listen, Mark, the best way to do it, is just to buy another cluster. Because you can pick up a cluster for like 20, 30 pound, and then just whip out the screen and then replace it for this one. So yeah, that's kind of the route I'm going to go down, is going to get another cluster exactly the same as this, and then just whip out the screen, make sure it's working, and change it. There's always a risk when you're buying second-hand parts compared to new parts. Obviously, if it's new, you know it's guaranteed to work sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. But with second-hand parts, especially sort of LCD screens and stuff like that, there's never really a guarantee that it's going to be okay. So, yeah. But I think because of the fact that they're so hard to get hold of, these LCD screens, they're super hard. And the guy was saying it as well. He said, he can't even get them. And that's what he does for a living. He changes them for a living. He can't even get hold of them. Not unless you want to get them from China. But he's taking months, he reckons, from China to get over here. Because of the cost of the containers from China now, it's just skyrocketed. Everything has gone absolutely through the roof because of getting the stuff on the container over to England. So yeah. So at the minute, I've got to wait, find a cluster, and I'll show you it. I'll get it, and we'll do it on the bench. I'll take it apart. We'll strip it down. We'll change over the screen, put the one in, and see if that is going to be job done. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll work. You just never know. Got the headlight ballast here for the Polo GTI. So that's the headlight ballast. So I've got that. So that'll be tomorrow's video. We're going to jump on the Polo GTI. But for today, let's just crack on. Let's do as much as I can with this car. And I think the best thing to do, before I even start the front, is get this water leak sorted out so it can start drying out. Because it's going to take a while for this car to dry out. I know it is. I just hope that he hasn't gone further and done damage for sort of wires and stuff like that. There's all sort of wires running underneath the carpets on most cars. So I'm hoping that it's not gone too far. But I think I'm just going to have to start stripping it out, pull everything out, pull the seats out, just get it all stripped out. And then we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what it's like. I want to get this bumper off and see, the water, where it is and what's going on. So I think I'll set you up, guys. Let's crack on. Let's just make the most of today. And let's get this, water leak sorted out. So I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, let's start with the seats, guys. Yeah, they're quite bad. Nothing they will clean up, to be honest with you. They will clean up. There's no issues there at all, really. But it's just absolutely minging. And to be honest with you, I thought it was going to be worse than what they are. So they're not that bad. I think it's okay. They just need a good clean up. So yeah, we'll do that soon. But I just wanted to quickly show you inside. But yeah, I don't know if you could get that there. Can you see all that? That's all mould, all at the back there. The usual sort of dirt, grime and crap that you get underneath the seats when you take them out anyway. You know, the odd bits and pieces, like a few coins here. Some receipts and bits and pieces. A case that had police glasses. Obviously not anymore, so they're no good. Possibly might be able to reuse these. Don't know if that's the original one. Probably is. Just goes in there. Don't know. Anyway, we'll keep hold of them anyway, because these kind of things are quite handy. But the main thing I wanted to look at, and I still don't really know until this comes up, because I've got to be honest, this whole carpet has got to come up. I'm not leaving this down. I can't. I've got to take the seats off, the benches out. They've got to come out. The seats got to come off. All these trims have got to come off. These trims, the central console part, it's all got to come out to be able to get this carpet out, because I think it's bad underneath. I do actually think it's gone. It basically has gone from the boot all the way along down into this footwell. I don't know about this footwell in a minute. I don't think it has, but definitely this one here. This side has definitely got it, because like you can see, this is like a sponge underneath this carpet here, and I squeeze it. You can see that it makes my fingers all watery underneath there. So I don't know how far that has gone, but as you can see, when I squeeze it, you can see the water just there. Whether or not we've caught it in time, it hasn't gone all the way forward, and it hasn't done any damage to any sockets and wiring, because there is, like I said to you before, there's wiring all underneath these carpets and stuff. So it's going to take some time, but it has to come out. It all has to come out, and it all has to dry off. And I'll show you the back, because I've started doing that as well. So basically, I took the lights off. And you can see that it runs down the channel, and it runs along there, down behind the light, along there, here, and then down there, and then behind here you'll have some vents, and it's because of those vents that water is getting in when it shouldn't be doing that. It should be running away from it. And you can see the amount of water that is in this boot. Is just crazy. So, and it's definitely coming from both sides. So I've got to get all this off. I've got to strip all this down, get all the sides out, get the bumper off, get the whole interior out, and just basically just clean and dry everything out. And then we need to sort the bumper out, behind the bumper, sorry, the vents. We need to get those sealed back in place, both sides. And then that should be it. That should be job done, solved. It shouldn't happen again. It's just really poor design by Ford. I'll be honest with you. I really have got to be honest. It's an absolute joke, and you know they should really sort of be taking some responsibility, a recall on those kind of things. But you know, how many years down the line did they start having problems before they noticed it? Like, sort of, and then obviously the warranties are gone and all that sort of stuff, and they just leave us to it. But you know what I mean, it is what it is. Lucky enough, I've got this upholstery cleaner, and basically it just pulls the life out of the water. So all I've got to do is kind of just leave it like that, and then turn her on. No. And that's basically what, yeah, that does it. It pulls the water back out, and that's it. But I can probably do that on some of the carpets, but I need to get it all out. I need to get it all out, get it all dried off. I don't know how much, if I can actually get it off. I mean, I don't know if I can get this carpet up. Depends how far it goes that way, depends how far it goes that way. I just don't know. But I'm going to start taking panels off, taking these trims off, just take it all apart, strip it right down, and just see if we can get it out. I think it's needed, guys, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's a lot of work, but I think it's definitely required in this case. I don't know if I've got to take these. Yeah, probably got to take these seat belts off as well, disconnect those off. They've got to be taken away so I can get the carpet off. It's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's got to be done. So there we go. Right, I'll set you up. Let's carry on. Let's keep going. We've got a bit more time, probably another hour. And then, yeah, I'll call it a day. But for now, let's just crack on. I even think tomorrow, I need to carry on with this tomorrow as well, because I need to get it dried. The quicker I can get it stripped out, the quicker this is going to dry. The quicker the problem's going to be solved. So it's going to take a while for all this to dry out, all the carpets, all the sponge. Luckily enough, it's some really nice weather out. There's some really nice sunshine out there in a minute. So it'd would have been nice to get it all outside in the sunshine and dry off. I'm hoping that's going to happen tomorrow, and we can get all that outside and dry off. So let me crack on. I'll set you up. Let's carry on, guys. But yeah, what do you think about the project so far? Don't forget to drop me a comment and let me know what you think. I'm sure some of you have come across this problem before with these focuses, and it could, it could definitely be worse. It could have been worse than what it is, and thankfully, fingers crossed, so far, it's not that bad. It just needs a good clear out, yeah, and we need to get this. This water stuff sorted out. I didn't even check underneath here. I don't really want to touch this, to be honest with you. Yeah, see, underneath there is dry. That foam is dry. It's not like that side for some reason. So, but it still needs to all come up, unfortunately. It just is what it is. Let me carry on, guys. Yeah, let's carry on. Let's do this. So there we go, guys. It's out. I honestly didn't believe that I could get this done all today, really, to be honest with you. I thought that'd be taking a lot longer than it did. I had to take all the trims off around the sides. You see me do all that. And I had to do one cut on the middle to get this carpet out. Across there. But it's underneath the dash. Yeah, so I just want to get one cut across that like that, and that come out. So that's all good. And obviously I want to get under as much as I could, because obviously you can see all the mould still there. I want to get all this cleaned off, and this carpet is going to look absolutely brand new when I'm finished. So yeah, this is the driver's side, and so I've got this, flip it over quickly. Nope, that way. Yep. Right, so this part is the back part of the of the driver's side, and you can see that it's here. So this is all wet, and then this is dry, and this is wet, and this part's dry. So this is the underneath the driver's seat carpet. So it is just starting to go here underneath the driver's side, which is, you know, it's a shame really, but, you know, the worst of it is the passenger side. It is absolutely soaking, that sponge. But that will dry out pretty quick in the sun, I've got to be honest. And then as you come forward into the actual passenger side, front, it's pretty dry. There's a few bits, there's a few spots, but nothing that bad really. So let's take a look inside. So yeah. So this is the inside. That's obviously the back, and it runs down there, down to here, and then you can see that it's all like wet, all underneath here. Luckily enough, there isn't much when it comes to wiring. Obviously, you know, there's wires being laid here, but you know they're all covered up, insulated, and you know there's no plugs there. That's my worry really, was there was plugs laying on the bottom and all water got into the plugs, but it just doesn't look like that's the case. So yeah, it's got there a little bit, so I need to suck that out with the machine and let that dry off. I might take this off. I don't know what that is. That looks like an aftermarket sensor or something. Yeah, I think that's someone's put aftermarket sensors in that. I might have to cut them out, because this is only a Z-Tech, which means really it should only have sensors on the back, I believe, not the front. So it'll depend on what bumper I get, depends on whether or not I'm going to put them sensors back up, but I'm probably going to go down the route of not bothering putting them sensors back in and just cutting those wires out. Anyway, back to the actual leak. Getting sidetracked there, wasn't I? It's pretty dry up here, to be honest with you. I think what's happened is it's hit it a little bit underneath here, because it's like a ridge, and the ridge runs under, so it's probably hit it a little bit on the sponge, and the sponge has hit that little bit there, but only just on the edge it's hitting that. So but all this is all dry, out the sides is all dry, that's all dry, so that's good. It didn't go that far, but it definitely got over here, and it must have been doing it for some time as well, for it to, you know, for it to do that sort of mould and stuff around the seats. But I'll be honest with you, we don't know how long this has been sitting in an auction salvage yard, do we really? It could be sitting there for a few months. All that time, it's been rained on, and it's just soaked it, you know what I mean? But I suppose it doesn't matter if it's sitting in an auction or sitting in your house. It's still going to get rained on if it's outside. So yeah, it has gone through. This is obviously soaked, yeah, but there's no pools of water, I'll be honest with you. It's just yeah, it's just obviously water residue. You can see it's even got it here, up top here, but I don't know if that's because it's come upwards on the sponge, I don't know. But yeah, so it's just hit those edges, and all this is dry. All that's dry, so it's just hit those edges. And again, like, I don't think it's actually a pool of water. I think the sponge has drawn it this way, and then got that wet. But again, there's no sort of plugs or nothing at the bottom here. It's all the wires are insulated and covered up, so that's all good. That was obviously on the chair. So yeah, there we go. I'm glad, really glad that has come out, because I just wouldn't been happy to sort of like sell the car with a water leak like this problem. It's just crazy to do that. So yeah, it had to be done, and if I had another one and it had the same problem, I'd do exactly the same thing. So yeah, but that's 10 times better already. I mean, I just need to get it all cleaned up and sort of dried out. But obviously, now I've done that, it can dry out. It can spend days now just drying out, and it will. I'll be honest with you, really, what you should be doing is putting a water humidifier inside the car, and that draws all the moisture out of the air and out of the car with a humidifier. I might see if I can get hold of one. That would be ideal, really, is to do that. But, you know, everything needs to wipe down, everything needs to clean, everything needs to be dried out. And obviously just wiping it down with a cloth will, you know, do wonders to this car inside. It just needs a good clean up, really. I didn't take these seats off. There's no point taking them off because, you know, we can get to there was no carpet going right under, so they could stay in place, but they obviously just need a good clean. And now I can get to obviously the seat belts. I can clean the seat belts I've took off as well. Like even inside, if you look, I don't know. You see the seat belt, it's just all mouldy and stuff. So now I can pull the seat belt out and get a good clean on that seat belt, both sides as well now. So yeah. But I'm well happy, guys, with the progress. Really, really happy with the progress so far on this car. Obviously, got to get the back bumper off. That'll be tomorrow's video. We'll get this back bumper off. We'll get it sealed up, get it in place. We'll get all this dried out. I'll start sucking the moisture out of the underneath the carpet, get that good clean. And yeah, you can, you know, already see a forward difference, but you can see where the channel was for the water. Obviously, it's channeled. It's gone along here. It's dropped down here a bit and then carried on going. So this is the actual channel of it. It's, you know, it's come out down inside. There's a hole. There must be a hole inside that's come out, and it's obviously dropped down there a little bit, come across, drop down there a bit, and just carry on going both sides. So there you go. Yeah. Wow. But yeah, I'm super happy with that. And just give you an opportunity now to clean all the seats completely with the upholstery cleaner. We'll do that tomorrow as well. We'll sort all that, get all that part sorted out. Even if I can get all cleaned up inside, get all the mould off, give it a good clean. It's just that, you know, in these circumstances, working on the front end, it just comes second, because this will just be there, you know, until I clean it up, until I get it out, until I get the carpet off, get it all cleaned up and get that moisture out and get that mould off. It's just, you know, it's all about time. The more time I can clean it and leave it, the better it's going to be. So the front end is kind of, you know, second part of it in a minute. We know it runs and drives. It's just the front end can just wait. So yeah. So that is going to be the end of today's video, guys. I really do hope you appreciate what I'm doing, and drop me a thumbs up and a comment as well. Let me know what you think about the new content, new channel, new project, and what I'm doing so far, and how it's going. Yeah, let me know what you think about this water damaged car. Well, it's not actually damaged, to be honest with you. It's just mouldy and stuff in it. It's just these focuses just happen all the time. They're very, very prone for it. It's all over the internet, all over YouTube, videos on it. Yeah, everyone moaning about it. It's just, yeah, it's just one of them things. But there we go. Yeah, like I said, that is going to be the end of today's video. Drop me a comment, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.